Namaskar. It is my distinct honor to welcome a luminary whose profound insights and vast expertise have illuminated countless realms of knowledge. His unwavering commitment to knowledge and his relentless pursuits of wisdom stands as a beacon of erudition and intellectual progression. And today I would like to welcome Professor OorjaTalk, powered by National Network. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Very good evening to Dr. Nidhi and all the wonderful viewers on the platform of Urja Talk. I feel very happy and feel privileged to be a part of Urja Talk because I am notifying it from couple of months, rather you can say every week, that the new waves which you have started, and when you are inspiring the people, right, and with this Urja Talk, it is really giving Urja is energy. It is giving the energy to everybody, and I personally feel happy to be a part of this Urja Talks. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and privilege to be on your valuable platform.
So this is entirely our pleasure and pride to have you here, and sharing screen space with you is an honor for me. And we have Rakesh Agarwalji also joining in, and he is our very first audience. And the moment I floated the poster, Dr. P.K. Rajput would be on like Urja Talk, and he was among the first who said he is a very dear friend of mine. And there's already so many adjectives to your name that I didn't have to look up for words brainstorm for you like मुझे क्या बोलना है कैसे बोलना है. I already had so much feedback for you, and that's truly commendable. The kind of person that you are, radiant, so well read, and extensively you've been traveled, and unsatiable appetite for knowledge and wisdom, and this is totally commendable, and there's so much to learn from you. And for my viewers, I would like to introduce Dr. P.K. Rajput. That's just a formality. He needs absolutely no introduction. And Dr. Rajput is an MBA, PhD, FIA, FIA, FGC, PR USA, life member of Leadership Excellence, Harvard Square, Cambridge, MA, USA, life member of Indian Society for Training and Development, India, IST. There is so much more in his profile which needs to be read, which needs to be appreciated, and I would like to invite
I'm happy to receive the message from Rakesh sir. He is one of the most respected person and personality. He is the executive chairman of ECPFO. And yesterday, I was again having a great privilege while spending the time with him. And he is so gracious that he has given his time. So thank you, Rakesh sir, for coming and giving your valuable wishes here on this wonderful platform of Urja Talk. By the time Dr. Bansal will come back, so it is like it is her graciousness for the great introduction which she has given. I'm a very simple person where I have only one aptitude and an attitude of learning, because I always feel that learning is one of the very important part and parcel of the life, and God has given us brain, so let us utilize the brain in terms of learning. So whatever we learn, it is a small drop of ocean where there's so many things are there which is like a big ocean. So knowledge is enormous, and if we are able to take one or two glasses from this enormous ocean of the knowledge, I think we feel very happy and blessed. So that is all I can say uh, for my whatever the education, whatever the things which I had gained or I am in the process of learning and accepting and then sharing with all the wonderful members. So thank you so much once again, and that is all about me. And by the time she is coming back, I think some problem of the net. She told me to keep on speaking on this. So it is my 23 years based at Hyderabad, and I have the experience of 40 years in the corporate world. I was the last assignment was the head of international marketing, and before to this domestic marketing of one of the Indian leading pharmaceutical company, Cadila Pharma, for 40 years. So I was in charge for India and 25 countries. We have launched multiple divisions, multiple brands, portfolios, so many things and all. But my intention was that how to give back to the society, which was very, very important. So that was with my intention, and then I said that okay, fine. And post Corona has ignited my intention, has given me a lot of thinking that yes, we should be a part and parcel of this. And so what? Because when you are in the corporate, you deal with every type of people, all the segments. Everybody is there with you, right? And you start learning from them. So this is the all way you make your road ahead, right? And with that learning, if you start sharing with the people, it is very, very important. I also remember I have read one of the book. The name of the book is from Mr. Henry, not Mr. Henry Ford, and the name of the book is Die Empty. In that particular book, it was mentioned. Mr. Henry asked, "Where is the maximum knowledge?" So the reply was, "Institution here, there." But he wrote, the maximum knowledge is in the graveyard. Why it is in the graveyard? Because the people who had the knowledge, they don't share it. And that is the reason the knowledge has been in the graveyard.
Great.
That has
Yes.
stuck, that has stuck in my mind. And I said that, yes, okay, because we all learn with a lot of difficulty that we convert it towards the opportunity. And if you are able to convert it towards the opportunity, it is always good to share with other people.
With other
So we are
people.
able to give them a shortest way, though they have to achieve it, but the shortest way of achieving the thing where what we took it couple of years to achieve it. So that was the reason that I said, "Ki, let us build the youngster." And I'm so happy that I'm one of the person out of 140 crore population of India that I'm able to contribute on the dream of our nation, Bharat, that we want to become a Vishwaguru. And since we want to become a Vishwaguru, everybody has to nurture. All the youngsters has to think big, right? Being a local for the global. And if you are able to change their thinking in terms of building the skills, right, which is the need of the hour, then we will be 100% the Vishwaguru by 2047, which is the dream and which every Bharatiya, every Indian wants to live that dream and they want to enjoy that. So that is the one thing which is there in my mind. And I keep on going and meeting multiple universities, students, the professors, the teachers and all, apart from my pharma domain, which is one of my important domain. And I keep on sharing. So when you meet the youngsters, you have always an agility part to learn from them because you start thinking with the youngsters' mind, and when you and these youngsters' mind are having lot of the thing which you can learn, especially the technology, especially the thinking, right? Because they are very fast, and we know that every day we get 60,000 ideas. A human brains get 60,000 ideas. So when you talk to them, you will be able to understand that what more they are thinking, what they can do it about it. So that is all. So again, over to you, Dr. Nidhi.
Thank you so much, sir, for being there and talking about your journey. And I guess internet is playing a mental gymnastics with us today. But thankfully, we've reached the health time frame. And there are a lot of questions that are in my mind, which I need to put them up on your. And you've been into the pharma industry. You've been a global speaker. You've been mentoring students. You've been mentoring the youth of today.
I think there is some net connection is there. Uh, but first of all, I think Rakesh sir is listening. So Rakesh sir, gratitude to you. Some net connection is coming in between, which is giving a hurdle. I don't know why, but from my side it is clear. But Nidhi told me that she
Okay,
is
sir,
she
am I audible to you, sir? Am I
Yeah, you are
audible?
very much audible. You are very much audible. You said pharma industry and global, and then for the youngsters, and then immediately there was some net connection. Not an issue, it happens because you can't hold the technology, We have to
Absolutely.
embrace the technology. Yeah. So
So
yeah, please carry
how
on.
what sparked your interest in getting into the pharma industry? Like, how did you get started with that?
It's a very, very wonderful question because what we say, what you love, you adopt it, right? Then
You
only you
adopt.
will have.
Absolutely.
So basically I was in, before to it I must say thank you to Rakesh sir Agarwal, Rakesh Agarwal sir, right? Because you have joined first and you told me that yes, you will be joining. So sir, my gratitude, please accept it. One of the very senior person, my most respected person. Now
Absolutely,
coming
sir.
back to your question, I was, after doing my graduation, I was in the engineering college, right, in
Okay.
Gorakhpur, and
Mhm.
in just 45 days I left that college because I didn't like that domain of engineering. So my
Engineer.
entire
Okay.
thing was from mathematics background, but
Okay.
I used to see that the people who are representing a pharmaceutical company, medical company,
Mhm.
the way
Mhm.
they talk, the way they are dressed, the way doctors they are giving respect, that they talk about the medicine, which is very, very important
Mhm.
because it alleviates the
Important.
human suffering.
Mhm.
So I thought, why don't we? I want to make my career because in that way I'll be able to meet the most educated people of the fraternity. Of course, first comes doctor,
Mhm.
second comes engineer, and then it comes the lawyer. It was at that time. I'm talking about 1982. 1982. So then I said, let me join this profession, though I don't know anything on the medical part, no anatomy, physiology, but okay. But with that, the aptitude and attitude of learning has inspired me, ignited me to join as a medical representative. So that was the thing. And from then the journey started. Then I never saw a look back about it. I said, okay, now there are a lot of these steps are there. So start enriching the steps, which is very important, gaining the steps, learning from the people, and that's what the thing had happened.
Wonderful, wonderful. And if I were to ask you what was your role and your responsibilities when you were in the pharmaceutical sector, and which part of it actually, made you feel, okay, yes, this is my kind of work that I want to do.
So when you join the pharmaceutical industry, you start with the basic as a simple medical representative. It's a very, very
Represent.
important term, right? And the medical representative is supposed to promote the medicine to the
Hmm.
doctors while implementing whatever the strategies has been provided by the organization to ensure
Organization.
that we should be convincing the doctor, we should sell the product which is required, and at the same time we should have the competition with the competitors also, so that
Competitors.
how well we can compete with the competitors, and we should be achieving our targets. And you
Mm-hmm.
know that this is sales line, right? It is not medical. Sales line is a
Medical.
job where
Mm-hmm.
every month is a target, every week is a target, every fortnight is a target. So
It's
you
a
become
target.
target oriented. And I
Okay.
always say,
Mm-hmm.
when a person becomes target oriented, his visions
Mm-hmm.
become very clear, right?
Very
It
clear.
is not the squeezed vision. You know that you have to nail the target, you have to hit the target,
Mm-hmm.
and if you will hit the target, you will be always applauded, right? So that
Applauded.
is one of the
Absolutely.
part which is inspiring. So that since that time, it has always made me, I have to achieve the target, which is very important. And the target started with the small, then it will become more, and then you live with the target. Right?
Live
If
with
there's
that
no
target.
target, yeah, live with the target. If there's no target, you feel, oh my God, what had happened? And at the same time, with the target, there's a positive
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, which always make you happen that how it will happen, what are the circumstances are there, right? What the things will be coming in front of you when the things will
Coming
not
from.
happen. And because you
Mm-hmm.
have, when you go up, you have a bigger team. And all the
Bigger
teams will
thing.
be not on the same sequence, thinking the same thing. So you have to align with the people. It always gives us an opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
understand the people mind,
Mm-hmm.
because as a leader you have to manage the mind. You cannot manage anything, no? You cannot do the work. If you start managing the minds of the people with the empathy, today we talk about the emotional intelligence and all. During my time, when we started the journey, or when we were the manager, we never used to think about the EI part, emotional intelligence. We always used to think that please respect the people, behave with the people, like the people, they will be with you. That was a very simple funda. Now there are not many things have come. Daniel Goleman sir book has come, and he's the number one person in EI, right? So many things had come, and the world started talking about it. Corona has made to understand that what is EI, we should be there. So all these things are there in that. But at the same time, let me tell you, the journey of from a medical representative while becoming a senior vice president, taking for all India position, right? It is always a learning journey, because
Learning
you
from.
deal with, yeah, you deal with the sales, you deal with the marketing, you deal with the people, you deal with the finances, you deal with the product
Mm-hmm.
launch. You have to finalize the name also, because
Name
when we are on
also.
the position, you have to finalize what should be the right name, how it should be
Hmm.
written.
How it should
And
be
you know
written.
how the name comes, probably people must be thinking, when we feel that if a doctor has to write the prescription, how fast he
Hmm.
can write the prescription.
He can write
So
it.
how many
Hmm.
strokes will be there in that?
Oh.
Right, that is the way. Yeah,
Hmm.
how many strokes will be there in that? So it has to be minimum strokes and a
Hmm.
letter which is directly coming in the mind, right?
So
The
many to your
doctor should not
mind.
search
Uh-huh.
order. So all these things were there. How the formulation names can be entangled with the name, how the disease
Name
name can be entangled with the name. So a lot
with
of
the name.
permutation combination science is there behind it.
Oh, I mean, we never thought about this ever. Like, एक नाम हमारे लिए नाम है कि कितने स्ट्रोक्स होने चाहिए इसके इतनी बारीकी से जो आप बता रहे हैं ये हम पहली बार सुन रहे हैं और क्या कहते हैं बहुत सारे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस और हैं बहुत सारे लोग भी हमारे साथ जुड़ते चले जा रहे हैं एंड व्हाट आर द करंट challenges
Yeah, you said what are the current challenges? Where, like, what are the current challenges? But in which part of the segment? I am not clear about it. Sorry, we missed you. Dr. Bansal, we missed you. So challenges, when you said about it, I can only say till the time you are coming back. I can say the challenges are always an opportunity. For
I'm
me.
sure Dr. Professor Rajput would be here with us any moment.
Yeah, I'm
And
here.
there
I'm
is
here.
so much
I'm
more
here.
to talk about him by the
I,
time he gets connected to
I'm
us.
here.
He has over 13 honorary doctorates in various fields. And to name a few, I would like to read them out to you. He is the first honorary doctorate he got in recognition of humanitarian services, specialized area of business administration, specialized area of education, cultural and scientific values, specialized area of Doctor of Philosophy, and a doctorate in literature, pharmaceutical management with gold medal, and he's got it in sales and marketing as well, specialized area of marketing, pharma marketing, social economic integration, and social work with gold medal. These are the honorary doctorates that he has been bestowed upon, and besides that he has
I'm
been
here,
an author. And
Dr.
there are a
Nidhi.
lot
I'm
of
here.
questions that we need to know about him because in his profile we read that he is a mind thought leader. So there are few terms, new age terms that we need to know from him. And Rakesh Agrawalji says that he is an ocean of knowledge. Absolutely, that goes without saying. The kind of exposure he's had, and he's been working in the pharmaceutical industry for over 40 years and extensive
I'm here. I'm here. I'm just missing the things you want to ask.
himself
Are you able to hear? Yeah, yeah. I'm here. Hello.
forums and events. So waiting for Dr.
I'm
Rajput
here.
to connect once again so that we can have it from him. And he has been author to so many books, and he's currently he's been writing for the youth. And of course, if Dr. Rajput connects anytime soon, we are going to talk about what he is writing. He's authored the book, which is being an icon for so many of us. And
I'm here, Dr. Nidhi. I was listening continuously. I was listening
okay,
continuously to
great.
you.
That is
So your question was, I'm
today.
coming back to your question.
Yes,
What you said, what are the challenges? After that,
yes.
suddenly I was asking that challenges in which terms you want to ask from me.
No, I would like to know about the pharmaceutical industry because there have been massive changes pre-COVID and post-COVID. So, what were the the challenges that you have faced?
Okay. In the pharmaceutical industry, again, I'm missing you here again. Okay. The pharmaceutical industry, the challenges are it is a man-to-man working part, man-to-man.
Okay.
A
Mm-hmm.
person has to promote the medicine to the doctor, the best medicine in the most quality way, in the economical way, and then the doctor prescribe. Right. The
Response.
challenges were during the time of the COVID, people were not able
Mm-hmm.
to go out, right? And they are in their home because we are never insisting that they should go out because everybody is
Go
there with
on.
their family. So then we
Hmm.
utilize the digital platform, like the way today I'm having an interview with you. We
Interview.
utilize
Hmm.
digital platform. We did lot many meetings, seminars, right? And you may lot many things that happen. We took the interviews of the doctors also. We have flooded the interview at the different part, right, in the different ways. So these are challenges we have converted to the opportunity, and at the same time,
Opportunity.
because a lot
Hmm.
of the time was there, so we have enriched the knowledge of the people. So their product knowledge
People.
is very important. Right. So we
Hmm.
said if we will have a session of one ensuring the product knowledge, they will be able to enrich themselves and they'll be able to give the answer, what are the best of the best answer which is
Best
required
of
in
the
the
best.
pharmaceutical industry.
Hmm.
The third thing is we are keeping alignment with the family, right? So we
Okay.
used to talk with the
Hmm.
family, right, about the health, what are taking care for things. So this challenges was converted to opportunity. Now
Hmm.
post COVID, the challenges are that how the digitalization is coming in promoting the medicine because the AI has
Improvement.
come, right? Right,
Hmm.
artificial intelligence. So we are talking about it, the how to utilize the virtual reality, augmented reality in promoting the brands, right? And how we will be able to enrich the patient, that how
Hmm.
he or she will be able to elevate his or her suffering with the right product at the right time, which is going to help. And we are helping the doctors also. So challenges are coming, right? At the same time, challenges are being taken care in the new way of promotion.
Hmm.
So this is our industry where we have a lot of me too product. Like I have painkiller, there are 100 companies they have the painkiller. But the
Painkillers,
one
absolutely.
painkiller, I'm just giving example, right? So what
Hmm.
painkiller doctor is going to prescribe? It has to be a quality, it has to be immediate relief, it has the
Hmm.
immediate disintegration because today the patient requires immediate relief. They don't want to wait.
Immediate relief. Hmm.
Right. That's the reason there is a difference between the homeopathic and the allopathic. I'm not
Allopathic.
discarding other things. Allopathic is you have to fast, you have to be very fast, you have to go to the work, you can't wait, right? So
You
take the
can't
medicine and go, right? That
go.
is the situation is there. It basically takes care in that segment. So the challenges will be there, but new things are coming up, utilization of artificial
But just
intelligence.
one small question here, since we all live in an instant world, we need instant relief, instant medicines, and everything. So, any side effects? Do you think the side effects are more in allopathic medicine
See,
than
I will not say about the side effect because see, it is a chemical. Understand?
mm,
It is a chemical. So
chemical?
chemical, right? It is a chemical. Of course, it comes from the. So anything which is having have will have little, the small side effects also. But that is the
Also,
reason whenever you go and purchase the medicine, the precautions are written in that. And this is a
mm-hmm.
government strategy that you write what are the things are there. You should not take the overdose of the medicine. You
Overdose
should
of
not be using.
medicine.
Yeah. So that is the side effect is going. And sometimes the medicine doesn't suits to you also because my
Uh-huh. The
body immune
medicine.
system, what
Mm-hmm.
your body immune system is different, right? So immediately that medicine will work on me, may not be working on you.
Mm-hmm.
So these things are there.
These things are the challenges. So, if we now, as for India, if we talk about India, in parity with other nations who are we are very fast developing, a very youthful nation as we call it. So how does are we prioritizing on the research and development in pharmaceutical industry? How good are
Yes,
we in
I think one of
comparison
the
with other
finest
countries?
question, Dr.
Hmm.
Nidhi, one of the finest question you should have asked. We India is known as the pharmacy of the world.
Pharmaceutical.
And we are able pharmacy of the world. We are the number three in terms of producing the medicines to that. Now,
Oh
one of the
wow.
finest example we give that during a time of corona, in 6 months of time, we
Hmm.
are able to feed 70% of the world. You can
World.
understand
Hmm.
that is the basic thing of R&D. Now, for
Hmm.
coming to the drugs like for cancer, right, which is a
Hmm.
deadly disease and all, people are working on it, right? Research and development is happening, but at the same time, the amount of expenditure which is required, which is very very
Required.
high, right? So it
Absolutely.
is very very high, which will be requiring little time, but things are happening in a very positive way, in a very subtle way. What is the take on people resorting to Google for their medical knowledge if self-diagnosis is safe to do? Madam Anju has asked one of the finest questions. We should not be a Google doctor. Let me tell you very clearly, right? Because Google can give you lot of information, but Google never gives you the right knowledge. A person who has spent 10 years, 15 years of their time in the medical college with 5 years, 10 years of their practice, he or she will be able to tell you the right way. Google can give you a holistic information, but never be a Google doctor. Let the doctor should decide the thing. It is like same thing. A carpenter cannot do the job of a blacksmith. So same way, we cannot go with the knowledge and then we put the things in that way. It can give you a small area about it, but that is all. Don't go unnecessary for that. It is going to disturb the mind.
And it's all over the internet, showing your opinion, your point of view, and maybe that isn't it goes against, it clashes with actually what the medical field has to offer you. And then people have all sorts of ideas, all sorts of notions, and then coming to the doctor telling him कि मुझे ये हो गया, गूगल ने तो बताया कि ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. They are actually, I think ये जो half baked knowledge है, ये too much of knowledge है. I mean, that is causing a major
ये
problem, I
knowledge
guess.
नहीं है, ये information है.
Information and knowledge नहीं है,
It is not
absolutely.
knowledge. Knowledge is there with the person who has spent the time. That
हाँ,
person is knowledgeable, right? So
knowledgeable.
yeah. So let leave the thing. I said na, you cannot do the
Hmm.
work. A blacksmith cannot do the work of a goldsmith.
Absolutely, absolutely.
This is a very crude way of putting the things.
No, because it's actually, you have to put it in a crude way, because then
You can go for the second opinion, third opinion. There is no harm in that, and people they go for that. And when you go for the second and the third opinion, you become very clear that yes, you are suffering with the right disease, and this is the outcome of disease, and this is the way that we should be taking care of ourselves.
yeah, absolutely. So all those listening, let Google doctors be, just put them away, and let's get real. Let's get real. Talk to real doctors who've been in that field, sharing their knowledge and putting their wisdom into use and treating you to the best of their knowledge and wisdom and so many years of experience. And if I
One
may ask
minute, I
you,
want to add, Dr. Nidhi, I want to add.
yes, please.
Now
Yes.
today the scenario is of super specialty. So I
Okay.
would request all the listeners, everybody, don't go for any of the local. Go to the super specialist.
Super special.
Right?
Okay.
You may be paying little more amount. They may be
Huh.
charging for 1,000 more, 2,000 more, but the diagnosis will be to the point, which is very
To the
important.
point.
They will not make you round it. And that is the reason today none of the students want to do only MBBS. They want to do at least MS, MD. They want to do MCH. They want to do
Hmm.
DM. That is the
Yeah.
way because everybody wants to have the niche in that particular segment.
Initially, absolutely true. Because I think diagnosis is most important. Because if you are down with a particular ailment, and if it is not being properly diagnosed, I mean, there can be no treatment. It is all about hit and try. I mean, whatever suits you, करके देखते हैं, ये टेस्ट कर लेते हैं, वो टेस्ट कर लेते हैं. So actually, diagnosis बहुत important है. So I think we'd all take a clue from here. And how do regulatory requirements impact drug development? I mean, how do you put your words into that?
See, regulatory is a very essential part of the life, right? Regulatory decide that whether the drug is working or not. What is the pharmacokinetic? What is the pharmacodynamics? How the drugs are having the systems in the body, right? What is the half-life period of the drug? So it all these things we have to put the things on the regulatory, and then it get cleared about it. And when it is not working in that, the regulatory people they always reject the thing. So regulatory is an important part and parcel of any of the drug clearance.
Hmm. Absolutely true. And of course, we need to know, there are many more questions, like how does the pharmaceutical, if I would say, what is share any recent breakthroughs or milestones, like in the industry of pharmaceutical, you would say, which one would you say?
Now the latest one now will tell me Mr. Elon Musk, right? 10 days back, he has written that he is going to put the chip in the brain, right? Okay, Neuralinks, and this is the chip which is going to help to take care for the people who are
Hmm.
suffering with the Parkinson disease and Alzheimer
Okay.
disease, right? So
Okay.
this is the latest development is there, and it is also going to help with the people who doesn't have the limb. They lose their limb. So industry is working with the amalgamation of artificial intelligence, putting the human intelligence together to make the things happen. This is a new thing which is happening. Suppose somebody is suffering in my home with the Alzheimer, and right, I'm not there in my home, but with that way you are able to find it out that yes, what the things are happening, what not the things are happening. So this is one of the new paradigm shift which is happening in the industry. Apart from the thing, people are working today. People are providing you the drugs which is healing you from the cancer, especially up to the third stage cancer. Earlier, the cancer which was diagnosed, people were not able to control. But up to third stage, now new of the therapies has come. The MAP therapies has come, which is going to take care for the cancer patient up to the third stage. So there are a lot of changes are happening there, and it is flourishing like anything, because let me tell you, health and food, these are the and wearing the thing, these are the thing which is the real requirement of the person. You
Requirement of the
have to
person.
have the food, you have to have the medicine.
Medicines.
Both the things, you cannot say no, no, I don't want food or I don't want health like that. It is a necessity, and you have to have,
Mm.
because while eating, we are taking a lot of chemicals. Whatever the
Chemicals.
food coming in our house, in our home, it is filled with the chemicals. The vegetable is filled with the chemicals. So these
Chemicals.
chemicals are going to give a wrong effect. We all our children are eating pizza, burgers,
Mm.
right? Once in a while, it is okay.
Junk food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
junk food. So it is not good for the health. Today I was talking to one of the person, very senior person, industrialist. He never used to
Mm.
take the food from the home. He always used to eat pizza in the lunch, right? A big pizza. And today he's suffering with liver cirrhosis. Can you believe? From last 2 years he was taking only pizza in the lunch. Industrialist with a big conglomerate and suffering with the liver cirrhosis. So that is the side effect of such junk food, which is very important, which we have to be very careful. People they love to go to the street vendors. I don't say that we should not be encouraging them, but every time you should not go to the street vendor and start taking the food for the convenience part. What type of the oil they are using, how they are utilizing the water which is there, it is a clean water or not, right? Which way they are preparing the thing. It's all adding, and one day suddenly you will find that you are suffering with some of the problem. So this is very important. Hygiene part is very important. So again, I think your net is having some problem. Are you here, Dr. Bansal? So taking the thing, since by the time you come back, I can say that pharma industry is one of the finest industry where you learn how to be taking care for the way ahead, and at the same time you take care for the finances, you take care for the knowledge, you understand the training part, which is important because you are dealing with the best of the best people in terms of their knowledge. So learning, training, understanding, you have to have a presentation skills because you are giving your lectures to the doctors, you are talking about the medicines which is required. So understanding the things, then what is the P&L has to be managed, profit and loss has to be managed. So this is not your company, but you become the proprietor of the company because that you are leading with the company, ensuring that there should not be any loss, encouraging people for achieving the target, understanding them, having empathy with them. So a lot many things are there which comes together as a complete, you can say, package. And with the package, when you come from the zero level to any good level, you understand and you start respecting that which is the real need of the hour. I'm sure that she'll be coming back. Her net is some problem, right? So any of the questions from the viewers, I am always ready to answer you for the best of my learning and knowledge.
Today, some
So you can
major
ask the.
distractions. The internet is playing actually truant with us, I guess. And Dr. Rakesh has, you know, been really generous with his words and has been into explaining why and how pharmaceutical industry helps to improve your health and giving us tips on how to improve our health and be very, conscious about the medicines that we take. So Rajput sir, I don't know what's wrong with the internet today, but I was asking you, like, how does the pharmaceutical industry contribute to improving global healthcare outcomes and access to medicines? How would you say that?
Okay, okay. I already told you that we are the known as the pharmacy of the world, right?
Pharmaceutical world.
We have
Mm-hmm.
I have given you the example that when that was a plaque, we have India has taken the medicine, the vaccines from Canada. The
Canada.
situation was when there was COVID, we are able to provide the medicine, the vaccines to 70% of the world,
World.
right? So you can understand that we are able to ensure it. The second thing is that the generic formulation we provide it to the 70 again part of the world. That's why we known
World.
as the pharmacy of the world. So
Pharmaceutical.
we provide the economical medicines at a throwaway price, and this is going to make the things happen which is really required, because the entire world is depending on us. And the vision of our respected Prime Minister is that in the coming time we should be the number one pharmacy, right, for the entire world, where we should provide an affordable medicine to the last man to the society, last man
Society.
to the
Mm-hmm.
society. And that is the
Mm-hmm.
reason we are able to ensure, there are 5,000 pharmaceutical companies are working in India.
In India. Mm-hmm.
2,500 manufacturing plants are there in India, right? The sustainability part is happening in India. They are
In
using
India.
the latest technology. So these
Mm-hmm.
are things are there. When the gloves shortage were there, when the kit shortage were there, it was only Bharat who was able to provide all these things at a very, very cutthroat prices.
Very cutthroat
So many
price.
small scale industries had opened during that time, from
Mm-hmm.
sanitizer, from this and that. Of course, some people have manipulated. I'm not talking about the manipulation, but I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
the 90% of the thing which was actually available with that. So
Available right now.
we are ruling the roost, and we are going to rule the roost in the coming time as well.
Meantime, as well. So this is major for, let's give a pat on our backs for the pharmaceutical industry and who has been ruling the roost, as you say. Wonderful that is. Now we shift our gear to something else, another part of you, which has been, you've been, into public speaking, a mentor, a coach, and also thought leader. Now these new age terms like thought leader, I would want you to elaborate on that first, sir. Who is a
See,
thought leader?
thought leader is very, very clear. You have to have the expertise, right, on the subject matter. We call it the
Subject.
subject matter expert, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whatever the subject which you are speaking it, you have to have the expertise. So you have to learn a lot.
Absolutely.
Frankly speaking, without learning, you cannot get it. So when I say
Absolutely.
thought leader, it gives me
Mm-hmm.
an opportunity to learn the subject thoroughly. So again, the
Correct.
vast knowledge is available, right? So this is point number one. Point number two is when you have to influence the things in the right possible way with the right
Right.
example.
Mm-hmm.
So that is you have become an influencer. So thought leader, that character is again an influencer. The third
Influencer.
important character is that authenticity. You should not talk vague. It should be
Way.
authentical. Somebody would like to take the
Mm-hmm.
points from you. He or she can find it out from the other subject matter expert that these points are the right points or not, which is again very important. Then
Important.
what is the impact which you are creating to the
Creating.
society?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the visibility which you are showing to the other people?
Mm-hmm.
Right, because through your eyes, through your brain, people are able to see the other thing, which is very, very
Other
important.
people.
So that is a part and parcel of the thought leader. Then
Thought leader.
there are some qualities are there which I like to highlight it here, which you asked very clearly. Then you have to ensure that the goals has to be defined, right? You
Different.
have to educate yourself, creating the valuable content which is very important, so that people should
Important.
take it. It should not be blah 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 whatever you've spoken that is going to make the things happen. And
Yes.
networking and collaborate with the people. And when you talk about the networking, there is a two type of the networking is there. One is you have networking with every, but there's another networking is which is the real networking, which is helpful and which is going to build the community. That is again a part of the thought leadership, which is important. So this is the term which is the a thought leader is, right. And when you asked about it, that I let me add, because this thought leader was coined, but not for today. It is a very old one,
Old
Dr.
concept.
Nidhi.
Mm.
It was coined by some Mr. Joel in Strategy Business magazine. I remember in
Okay.
Strategy Business
Mm.
in 1994, right?
Oh, way
And
back.
yeah. So it is not the today's term, right? Thought leadership, and again it comes from the business and strategy,
Mm-hmm.
and we are a part of business and strategy,
Business
right?
and
So
strategy.
That thought leadership is very important. Thought leadership itself is that what you're thinking, what you are visualizing, what you are putting in,
Visualize.
what you're making you understand. So that
Mm-hmm.
is the way that thought leadership comes.
So, a thought leader as radiant as you, as knowledgeable as you, who does a lot of research work, and like how it is, it's going to be beneficial for others, and how you can, define your future with that. So, that is a thought leader, and we have a wonderful thought leader sitting here with us and sharing his knowledge with all of us. And we have Anil Gupta ji, and he says, wonderful. Really, his knowledge is when the sky is the limit. Absolutely, very well done.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
Indu Kejriwal also joins us from all the way from Kolkata. And we have Ritu Agarwal saying, great going, love your spirit, sir. And everyone here is in awe of you. So, if I would ask you, could you share some key insights or lessons you have learned, and throughout your 40 years of experience?
So very simple lessons, right? And I will tell in the three parts. One is the mindset, right? The
G,
mindset has to be always a growth mindset, which is very important. You should not
important.
stuck about yourself, right?
Yeah.
Second part I like to highlight about the mindset is no procrastination.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
should not
Mhm.
be, yeah, no procrastination, which is
No
very, very
problem.
important, right? Third thing is believe on yourself.
Hmm.
God has created
Important.
us. Yeah, so
Yes.
believe on ourselves. First, believe that yes,
Hmm.
I am able to do this thing, and
You
then,
can do it.
uh, yeah, then we'll be able to do it. There's one thing is there in the quantum science, right? I'm sure you must be knowing it. In India, we say भारत में बोलते हैं कण कण में है भगवान, right? So it is true. Whatever we speak, whatever we listen, right? It comes to you as an energy. पुराने जमाने में जब हम पिक्चर देखते थे आज से 30 साल पहले 40 साल पहले तो भगवान के सामने एक ऑरा दिखाई देता था वो एकदम भगवान का होता हम सबके पास एक ऑरा है एंड दैट ऑरा वो कैसे बिल्ड होता है वो हमारे सोचने से बात करने से समझने के तरीके से होता है और वो ऑरा एक्सपैंड होता जाता है तो वही ये कण कण में भगवान की बात होती है विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दिस इज द वन थिंग विच आई लाइक टू हाईलाइट सेकेंड वन थिंग विच आई से दैट योर कम्युनिकेशन हैज़ टू बी perfect. You have to be near to the perfection. I cannot say perfect. Nobody is perfect in the world. But whatever you are communicating, it should be at the right time, at the right place, at the right way, with the right sentences or the word chosen, which is very important. तो कबीर दास जी ने बहुत पहले लिखा था सन 1700 में लिखा 1646 में लिखा था ऐसी वाणी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए आपो को शीतल करे और शीतल होए मीन्स whatever you speak, it should be very, very conducive, which is very important. So communication is one thing. Then empathy is very important. You have to respect the other person, right? Which is a part and parcel of their life. And when you start respecting, they will start respecting you, because it is always said, respected is never ever demanded. It has always been commanded because you give
Come on.
respect to the person. Then there are a
This
couple of the things are there which are very important. That is, it doesn't require any effort. One is the time management, right? The
Mhm.
best of the best person will never come on time, but the lowest person will come on the time.
On time.
Honesty,
Absolutely.
yeah, honesty is another thing which doesn't require any efforts. Integrity doesn't require any effort. Trust factor doesn't
Mhm.
require any effort. These are the things are there. If you start inculcating this, I am sure we'll be able to build ourselves. And one of the finest example today we see our respected Prime Minister. Right, I
Prime
am not from a
Minister.
political party, but the
Uh-huh.
way the person has managed the entire thing so beautifully, and this is one of the things. And he is one of the biggest thought leader. You know, right? When you are talking about it, so he was the biggest thought leader which he has managed it and making the things happen. You talk about any person who has started from zero. Like today, we talk about Mr. Sundar Pichai. He is again a thought leader, right? He started with a two-bedroom house, and today he is the leader for the Google. So there are so many. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, right? So he is again a thought leader, and he is one of the person who never said no for anything, no procrastination. He wants to do it, he will do it. So there are beautiful examples are there in our own Bharat, and we can learn from them. There's no need to go outside from this beautiful country. So these are the things are there which I have learned, and of course, it is not very simple cakewalk. But yes, adopting the things which is important with a positive
Important.
attitude, with the positive
Mhm.
attitude, with the adopting the things which is there. And that's what respecting other people, which is equally important, because it always says, if you want to have the respect for yourself, first start giving respect to others.
Respecting others, exactly. So discipline, determination, and dedication are the key words for anything, to just be successful. We have Prashant Joshi ji also joining us, and he says wonderful interaction. Mentoring India, Sanjeev Gupta sir also, and he says he's proud of the fact that he knows you so well. And thank you so much, sir, for being with us. And
Thank you, sir.
apart from reading, learning, writing, and everything, like how do you unwind yourself? There must be some time that you need to unwind. So what is that, that keeps you ticking apart from, learning, which is a
So,
constant.
let me tell you, every moment I always say, whatever you do, you start enjoying that, which is very important, right? So, if I love learning, I put myself in. It is a mindful and mindfulness. Okay, mindful means FUL, not FULL. So when you are mindful, when you learn, when you are concentrating on learning, today I'm concentrating on this wonderful Urja talk. So I can't see anything else, like an Arjuna, right? I always been concentrated here. When I am not here, when I'm with my family, right? So my time is there with the family, which is very important. So distribute the quality time, whatever you are doing it, immerse yourself completely, which is the need of the hour, and enjoy it. So I personally feel I never feel any tiredness in that. Right. Many times I go to Delhi, I take a morning flight at 4 o'clock, 4:30, and then I come back by 11:30, 12 o'clock in the night. Again in the morning, I'm fresh because I love to enjoy. And when you meet the people, they are themselves a very big book. So when you meet them, try to understand them, try to relate what are the good qualities are them, try to learn the good qualities from them. So it is going to help you and it is going to nurture ourselves. So there are so many things are there to learn in this beautiful world with the so many nice people which are surrounding along with you.
Thank you so much, sir.
And we learn with every part of the human today. So yeah, please tell me. Your voice is breaking again.
Yes, sir. If you can hear me, please continue with
Yeah,
what you were
yeah.
saying.
No, I
Hanji
said
sir,
your voice was
बताइए.
breaking. So I was saying that learning is a part and part. I said that enjoy every moment. If you are with your
Hmm.
family, enjoy with the family. So I always take a breath. I go along with my wife, and then we enjoy the terms. If we are there here, we enjoy it. When we are with the friend circle, we enjoy with them. We start learning
Enjoy.
from them. When we are with a senior like Rakesh, yesterday I was there whole day with him. So I was listening, learning at the age of 76. Sir is so agile. So I was thinking that if
Yes.
at this moment, when at this age, he is having so much of the energy, like, oh
Energy.
my God, energy, oh
It
my
is
God, what a
contagious.
positiveness is there, right?
Hmm.
So see, this all things keeps on adding in you. So
Adding
all
into.
positivity keeps on coming on you. That's why I talked then that aura quantum science. So this helps
Uh-huh.
you to always be happy, mindful, FUL, not FULL.
Double L. Absolutely, sir. We must all learn to live in the present. आप जहां पर हैं, जिस मोमेंट में जी रहे हैं, तो उसको अपना पूरा 100% विद फुल ऑनेस्टी दीजिए.
जीने जीना चाहिए, पूरा अच्छे से जीना चाहिए.
लगातार जुड़े रहे और आपकी ये बात सुनते रहे, चाहे कितना भी इंटरनेट ने हमें आज परेशान किया, हमें हमारे चैलेंज किया हमें, लेकिन हम जो डटे रहे और हमारे व्यूअर्स भी जो डटे रहे, उनका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. एंड आपसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा. बहुत कुछ ऐसी जीवन की सच्चाई है, जीवन के जो जीवन का डिसिप्लिन है, वो सीखने को.
आज इंटरनेट ने काफ़ी बीच में हर्डल्स लगाए हैं, बट कोई बात नहीं, हमारी बात चलती रही और हमारे पास हमारे व्यूअर्स भी बहुत अच्छे-अच्छे हमारे जिसको कहते हैं इंस्पायरर्स हैं, नॉट व्यूअर्स, आई विल से दे यू ऑल आर द इंस्पिरेशन एंड यू ऑल आर द इंस्पायरर्स फॉर अस, व्हिच इज़ अगेन गोइंग टू हेल्प अस टू फर्दर बिल्ड, to further motivate, to further ignite, me as well, and to build Urja Talks, which is one of the great initiative by Dr. Bansal, and making it happen, because whenever we come to such talk, when we have the one-to-one conversation, it is not an interview, it is a conversation of understanding, listening the journey of any of the person, right? It always helps us to learn from them that yes, how well they have taken the life, they have lived the life, they are living the life, and they have taken the life, and what are the thinking are there for the life, and how they are contributing to the society, which is very, very important. So at this age and this stage, it gives us me immense pleasure to be a part of such a wonderful journey of Urja Talks. Any questions from our inspirers, right? Not viewers. Any questions from our inspirers? I'm always happy to give back at the best of my capacity and the knowledge. Today, really, internet is one last word. Yes, please, one last word. One last word to all the viewers are be happy, live the life, kal ho na ho, right? So whatever the today is, enjoy fully. The last word you said, na, I always say, live the life fully. You don't know
fully.
what is going to happen tomorrow. So जो दिल की में जो भी
Absolutely.
आप में आता है ना, उसको कर लेना चाहिए. There always has
बहुत
to be
बढ़िया.
a memories, not the regret. Right.
Regrets.
So
True that.
when you go, when you say goodbye to this beautiful world, right, you say, oh my God, how beautifully I lived in this world.
Mhm. Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. And in spite of all the technical glitches that we are still facing throughout the program, we faced, but we were still there, talking our hearts out. And talking to you was such a pleasure and a moment of great pride. And Let Urja Talk has, I mean, it's privileged to be audience with you. And I would also thank all our esteemed guests who stood with us, and this technical glitches, maybe these are like काला टीका, जो कहते हैं नहीं, काला टीका होता है, बहुत अच्छा कुछ होने वाला था है, तो भगवान भी कहते हैं काला टीका लगा दूं कि नजर नहीं लगे. So I think we should take it that way. So thank you so much, sir, once again for being on Let Urja Talk, which has been powered by National Network. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And thank you
Thank
all
you.
the wonderful inspirers. I said not the viewers. I said inspirers to be here, the part of this Urja talk. Thank you. We'll meet again. Thank you very much. Bye bye.